I think the pandemic has made it possible to talk about anxiety because it's normalized it. As I look at my clients, the people I deal with in large organizations, I would bet 70% of them have some degrees of being overly anxious about something. Now, they wouldn't tip into a clinical diagnosis of an anxiety disorder, like an obsessive compulsive disorder, for example, but there's just this heightened sense of tension that just permeates their entire bodies. I guess is the best way I know how to describe it. And I'm not the clinical psychologist either. You are. So, and it's interesting why you think so. Yes, the pandemic has increased it, but why do you think it's just the human condition? Do you think there are factors going on in the world that have increased our levels of anxiety? What do you think is causing this?
I think twofold. One, I think there's an increased incidence, but then there's also an increased awareness. And so more people are actually recognizing that what they are experiencing is anxiety and are talking about it more openly. So, as far as the things that have increased the incidence of it, would be the social, the impact of of the anxiety, the impact of the pandemic, the political issues, war, economic crises. And then post pandemic, you've got the effect of isolation. Although some people have thrived at the ability to work from home and not have to drive, like I'm in Atlanta with horrible Atlanta traffic, there are still some people where this is incredibly depleting for them
Mhm.
to be disconnected from other people. So I think that's also played a big role in increasing anxiety as well as burnout and depression. But then the other part that is a double-edged sword is the increased awareness. So, with TikTok has exploded the awareness of the millennial group and teens, even though anxiety starts in the teenage years. Before, say, maybe a couple of years ago, we really weren't talking about it that much. I mean, clinically, we knew this, but there really wasn't an outlet for an anxious child to necessarily even talk to their parents about it, or for the parents to know or recognize that what their child is experiencing is anxiety. So I think that also has just kind of opened the floodgates of people who are actually talking about this openly.